Abusia aha Ghana Diaspora TV. Ubit makan Diaspora TV ni na ya de kro ebeje wo so. Abusia na mesro se obo subscribe na wa share. Eye Ibrahim Mahama ho ansem kakra ne de bro. Abusia ukopie mu a Samri Ghana the workers bebre eni ajepa wasa employ workers a bebre e woni ne company mu. Utimi say Ibrahim Mahama said de ene mu enipa eboni din no a man focus Ibrahim Mahama say o skakra sin Dangote o say Ghana no ye will be o skasen Dangote ne edi ne ho agro no o ye papa bi a yemu ye o ya adoye o hesi do si bua Kofi Adomah wanwani ma say nani etimi ate na ba yo bi nso a ono so nya to renchem te Kofi Adomah wanwani de na bi a ono so oboa no sa akra no nso ani beti utimi so we skani bi na koma eye na I say Mahama abusia no yeso mu ye good pa na Ibrahim Mahama sa amre wo hwe mfoni a etwagu ya wadono ti cars nko a be de odi ama police o anke be kasa aban na wo se nko oye no wono di na adwuma oye no so de boa Ghana mama Ghana o mine ma no de obetimi no nso aye nyamia no kreni Ibrahim Mahama se oye nipa bi a wodo nipa yi a chese said the amount for si boni din no onye obi o kire no ho ohwe ne dressing class so simple na sika de nso de etini bottom pa aha na no present cars no ama Ghana Police Service a chese ama energy abayi futu a na mpanimfo bi de man se hwe no amfa no ho ama politics na on de onkoso anye na adwuma oye no eye good adwuma ana oye aha o kasa kese a otimi to good emankofo like or big companies or machines in so or credit be factories machine bi na twagu no which is Ibrahim Mahama obono homodin pa e wo man Ghana o mayenko ne konko hwe ni videos bebre no no so etima ba aba be kasa say kwan ofa so a onya ne sika no enye magic bia ne heavy duties machine a oye odi to form edi pesika oni abrofo edinsa woso eno na ama wonya de onye scanning ti wo hwa haya tama wo twa cars no police cars na ode ma o mo do no ti ama o no tim se waya ade yi na min shira de pa Ibrahim Mahama na men to nkwam na ni attachment na so nya ade bia samre ya ye ka sei Ghana fo so atu aguso a o mo topa ayenya asem ketwa se de se gasem ne boye din no ono so abomodin se wa reduce ne dia ma obia betmenya bi de sine dan tum ye mo ensema no ne na yensre nyame nkwatenten ma no sa obomodin pa e wo Ghana aha so hwa okopie mu wo voter region omo nsu afọ omo dan ebubu omo dan no obomodin a se obede obomodin a so besisi dan ni nyina ma omo ntine atorenchem ne ba sa no omo to nani ekohwe honom senye bibia na government bitmaye ankra no nso bitmaye de aye asamri oguso a opeso oyede oyema wo mo Ibrahim Mahama ebo no homodin pa we ne friend say oman papa o me na nase se saare de oye no nyame so adwuma pa no oye oni papa na nyame akoma enokuta samri onenam a o hwehwe nsuo no aha yebesi we wa ha aha yebe we wa ha ayebe yi we wa ha obebie nwuma nso wo ho no mammo nsuo na no nso asa anya bia ye nyese dan keke na oba besi amamo tini trimu adwen no eya adwen pa na o hwa chese oni nkofo kopie mu wo ha nsuo na no o ma ye konkotie na nu mase.
My name is Ibrahim Mahama. I come from Ghana. I run a company called Engineers and Planners. Engineers and Planners was incorporated in 1997. What a mining construction company means is that a mine sets up and you as a contractor does all the work for them from drilling, blasting, loading, hauling, feeding into the crusher, and then the mine processes their gold from there. Our client is Goldfields. Goldfields is a South African gold processing company. They have two mines in Ghana called the Tako mine and the Damine mine. On both sides, we average at least about 4,000 workers. Not a lot of companies in Africa understand mining. I've been banking with Stanbic Bank since 2004. I see Stanbic Bank as more of a partner than a bank, because the relationship I have with Standard Bank really goes beyond just normal banking. It's a relationship. They are with me where we are on site. In mining, you can't sit on the fence and be banking a miner, because you need to see the challenges of the mine. Other banks don't understand mining, so it's a challenge banking with them, and they don't even have the balance sheets to do a lot of the mining stuff. The challenge is you're confronted with a job, and our kind jobs that we have is close to, let's say, $2 billion. We're running 2 mine sites, and with the $2 billion project, you need to raise a capital of at least 25% of that should be your capital for mining. Most of the banks and their balance sheet can only do so much. So once you go in there and you want to transaction over a certain size, then you begin to have challenges and you have the runaround. But with Stanbic Bank, it's because of their big balance sheets, they can do better and bigger and better than our local banks here. Stanbic Bank is a very more professional bank. They do their own process and due diligence, and really they give you results. Unlike other banks who just sit on the fence and use gossip to write a credit paper, which really sometimes that's the regress we are suffering back in Africa. Now what it is if you look at Stanbic Bank and the processes you go through, they understand the clients better. So we work from beginning of from January to end of January, put in an invoice beginning of February. By 30 days we get paid. But Stanbic understands you to make sure that the job keeps going. They pay your salaries, they pay your suppliers who supply your needs to run the operation. That to me as a business owner gives me more comfort than to want a bank who's just looking for their interest. I feel that they are the best bank in the region to bank with. The business as in mining does not limit you to one mineral. So in Liberia, there is iron ore, and there's a lot of it. In Guinea, there is bauxite, and there's a lot of it. In Sierra Leone, there is iron ore, and there's a lot of it. Our neighbors in such countries, it's so easy cross-border. You don't even need a ship to move all this equipment. You could move them by road. So I would say that the future is really bright for West Africa to be able to open up. If banks began to look that way, they would make more money coming in. What we're suffering from is capital flight. And the capital is such that we have all these resources, but we don't know how to turn it into wealth to take care of ourselves. But with the relationship with Standard Bank, I think we can go beyond just contracting and working for a client, and also funding us to be able to manage a mine. Because if you come into the mine and see what we do as a local company, it will marvel you. And we really do almost everything. What we don't do is we don't process the gold, but in iron ore, we process the iron ore, and it's sold in, the demand is in China, the demand is in Europe and everywhere. One good thing for me is that my client and myself bank with Standard Bank, which really makes it an A+. So the money we generate does not leave Standard Bank. It's actually within the group. So really, it's one good thing for Standard Bank, and there's
Quantum, now I could rufie, now we never been a pa. Make Kamfu Nivavi guest house amount. A Kumasi Quadaso Estate near Christ Apostolic University and Quadaso Market. What more Jaguzi Papebi, or more swimming pool, or betting out the Joe, Nivavi guest house. So when you're hobby, now open baby papa so amomada. I found a light at Dundum dear, men know who cry.
omo solar 24/7 a air adwuma na air condition so etwagu afa grade de Nivavi dia betwam edem stronko owo pap bi a wo bia na wo wura ho no a wo be fili très bien se wo pe DSTV ahwe Nivavi wo projector kese e bodan enti wo ni problem kra se wo pe bibia nom ana se wo pe bibia die emutio die wo woni hu problem kra Nivavi bo wura ho na bia wo nsabeka Nivavi guest house na wura mu a emu afeyie tutwa kai enkoda ba bia se Nivavi na security ne so de eye tight me kanfo Nivavi guest house amount fra wo mo ewo ahomatrofo iso 0547819823 ana se 0263928191 so wo amono a na wo de Ghana code na ahye ni mu at Nivavi. You are not just received, but welcome as part of the royal family. Nivavi Guest House. May that do me.